For decades, space exploration was led almost entirely by government agencies like NASA and Roscosmos, but in the 21st century, a major shift began. Private companies entered the space race. Two of the most influential companies in this area are SpaceX and Blue Origin, each founded by tech billionaires with bold visions for the future of humanity in space. Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX, is also the CEO of Tesla and known for his ambitious goals. He believes humanity must become a multiplanetary species, and his company is working toward making life on Mars a reality. Jeff Bezos, founder of Blue Origin and former CEO of Amazon, envisions a future where millions of people live and work in space. He believes Earth should be preserved for living and light industry, while having undersea most of planets. These companies are not just launching rockets, they are reshaping how we think about space travel, colonization, and our place in the universe. This transition will explore the emissions, technologies, and how they are shaping the future of space. SpaceX was founded by Elon Musk, yes, the same guy behind Tesla in 2002. He's not just trying to build cars, he's actually serious about going to Mars. SpaceX was the first private company to send a spacecraft to orbit, and now they are flying astronauts for NASA. That's a huge deal. What really sets SpaceX apart? The rockets can land themselves. I mean, imagine launching a rocket into space and then having it fly back down and land upright on a ship in the ocean. It sounds like science fiction, but they do it regularly. SpaceX became famous for creating two of the most advanced pieces of space tech today: Falcon 9 rockets and Dragon spacecraft. So, what is this Falcon 9 rocket? Falcon 9 is different from most rockets because it can actually land back on Earth and be reused. That's a huge deal. It's like reusing an airplane instead of throwing it away after one flight. And the rocket uses 9 engines, which is where the 9 comes from. And even if one engine fails, the rocket can still finish its mission. That makes it super reliable. And top of that rocket is the Dragon spacecraft. There are two versions, one for crewing cargo space station and another for astronauts. Dragon is also special because it's first commercial spacecraft to carry humans into orbit, is modern, uses touchscreen controls, and even has an emergency system to get astronauts out safely if something goes wrong. So together, Falcon 9 and Dragon have made space travel not only cheaper, but also safer and more reaching. SpaceX next generation spacecraft designed for missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. Starship is huge, taller than the Statue of Liberty, and is built to be fully reusable, which means it can launch, land, and fly again many times. This reusability is key to lowering the cost of space travel. Starship is designed to carry over 100 people or large amounts of cargo, which could have build colonies on Mars, or carry big satellites into orbit. Elon Musk's vision is that Starship will eventually make humanity a multiplanetary species by enabling regular travel between Earth and other planets. It's one of the most ambitious space projects ever attempted. Starlink, one of SpaceX's most exciting projects. Starlink is a satellite-based internet system designed to deliver high-speed internet to nearly every corner of the world, even in places like remote villages, deep forests, and the middle of the ocean or top of a mountain. Unlike traditional internet that uses underground cables, Starlink connects people from thousands of small satellites orbiting Earth at incredible speeds. These satellites work together like a giant network in space and create the largest satellite constellation ever made. One cool thing is that the Starlink dish is smart. It moves on its own to stay connected with the satellites overhead. It's even being used in emergency situations like during the war in Ukraine, where the happiest people stay online when nothing else worked. Starlink also supports Elon Musk's bigger dream of funding missions to the Moon and Mars. Is a great example of how space technology is being used to solve real problems on Earth. And if you're wondering if all this is actually real, yes, it is. You can visit the official Starlink website and even order it for yourself. People are already using it in their homes, and you can even access it on ships while traveling in the middle of the ocean. Is what it makes it so impressive. It's not just a feature, it's already happening. And what is the Blue Origin? Blue Origin, which is a private company founded by Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. Now, have you ever wondered where the name Blue Origin comes from? It actually has a very thoughtful meaning. The word blue refers to planet Earth because when you look at our planet from space, it appears mostly blue due to oceans. And origin means beginning or starting point. So when you put it together, blue origin means Earth is the origin of humanity, the place where our journey begins. Jeff Bezos chose this name to highlight the idea that even though we are starting from Earth, our future could expand far beyond it into space. It's about looking at Earth not as our limit, but as our starting line. Blue Origin's goal is to build a future where millions of people can live and work in space. And the name is a reminder of where we came from and where we might be going. I think it's a really inspiring message hidden in just two words. BE for engine. BE for engine, which is one of the most advanced rocket engines being made today. It's built by Blue Origin and it's designed to power big, heavy rockets. What makes the B4 special, is that it uses liquefied natural gas, methane, instead of regular rocket fuel like kerosene. This type of fuel is clear and makes the engine easier to use, which is really helpful for the future of space travel. BE4 is also very powerful. It creates more than 500,000 pounds of thrust, and just two of these engines are strong enough to lift the first part of giant rockets. It's also the first American methane engine made for launching things into orbit, and it helps the users stop relying on old Russian engines. So it's a real big deal for them. Overall, the BE4 is an important step toward making space searches more affordable, more efficient, and better for the environment. It's not just a mission, it's a big part of the future of space exploration. So, BE3. BE3 engine, which is made by Blue Origin. Unlike the BE4, the BE3 runs on liquid hydrogen and ox- liquid oxygen, a clean and powerful fuel combination. This engine is used in Blue Origin's new Shipboard rocket, which is made for short space trips. It takes people just above the edge of space, where they can feel weightless for a few minutes. One cool thing about the BE3 is that it's reusable and can change its power during flights. This helps make space travel cheaper and better for the environment. It can also create about 110,000 pounds of thrust, which gives the rocket a lot of power. The B-3 is one of the first modern rocket engines made in the USA and is helping turn the idea of space tourism into something real. New shape parts. So New Shepard, Blue Origin's famous suborbital rocket designed for space tourism. The name New Shepard honors Alan Shepard, the first American astronaut to go into space. What's exciting about New Shepard is that it takes passengers on a quick trip just above the edge of space, about 100 kilometers up, where they can experience a few minutes of stillness and see the blackness of space with the curvature of Earth below. The rocket is fully reusable, meaning it lands gently back on the ground using powerful engines and pressures, so it can fly again and again. This usability helps lower costs and makes space tourism more practical. New Shepard has already flown several successful missions carrying both test passengers and scientific experiments, bringing us closer to the day when ordinary people can buy a ticket to space. Like imagine you can buy a ticket for space. They are trying to do that with New Shepard. Okay, I'm going to share with you some interesting information about orbital lift, which is a new concept for a commercial space station. It's a project led by Blue Origin along with other big companies like Sierra Space and Boeing. Orbital Reef is designed to be a mixed-use space station, meaning it will support many activities like scientific research, manufacturing, tourism, and even business offices in space. The goal is to create a space habitat where astronauts, researchers, private citizens, and students can live and work in low Earth orbit, kind of like a small city in space. Unlike the International Space Station, Orbital Reef will be commercially operated and open for business, which could make space more accessible to the companies and people around the world. It's an exciting step toward a future where space isn't just for governments but also for private industry and everyday people. Like imagine you are going to your job in space, like your office in space is so exciting and like kind of scary thing, but I'm really excited about it. And they are just trying to do that. It's not future, they are already doing that. So it's really already happening, guys. It's not in the future. They are doing that already. Wow. And Artemis program. The Artemis program, which is NASA's plan to return humans to the moon by the mid 2020s. The goal of Artemis is to land the first woman and the next man on the lunar surface and to build a suitable presence there. This program is also seen as a stepping stone for the future missions to Mars. Artemis involves new rockets like the Space Launch Systems and spacecraft like Orion designed to carry astronauts safely to the moon and back. The program includes international partners and private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin to develop new technologies. Artemis is one of the most exciting space missions in decades and marks a new era in human space exploration. So I'm really excited for Artemis program, a collaboration between Blue Origin, SpaceX, and NASA. So what is the next? What is their future plans? Well, what's next for space? Honestly, it's something incredible. We are no longer just sending satellites or robots into orbit. We are preparing to send people back to the moon, build bases there, and take the next big step, Mars. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin and programs like NASA's Artemis are making space more open than ever before. In the near future, people might live and work in orbit, travel between planets, and explore the unknown. Not just astronauts, but maybe engineers, scientists, tourists, even students like us, even me, maybe you. Space is becoming a place where the future is being built. And it's not just about rockets and technology, it's about dreaming bigger than we ever have. The things we learn out there can help solve problems down here too. Space brings people together, pushes our limits and reminds us how small and how special our world really is. As Carl Sagan once said, somewhere something incredible is waiting to be known, and that somewhere is out there waiting for us. Thank you for listening. I hope I sparked your curiosity just a little more. Have a nice day. Goodbye.